Welcome back to another episode of Your Secret Safe with Me with your favorite besties, Tanisha.
In India.
Woo, woo. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
2025.
Our imaginary
blowhorns. Exactly. We made it into another year, you guys. Thank God.
God is good.
Ooh, God is good. It's a blessing to be here. Every year that we get through is always a blessing.
I'm excited about it too.
You never know. I'm excited too.
What you got planned? What you got in mind for 2025?
Ooh, I've always been, when people ask me like, how can I pray for you? I'm always praying for discipline, discipline and focus. And I think I have been doing a better job because I've been intentional about it,
I think so
which
too.
is, you have to be, right? But I've been more intentional about being disciplined, but there's more discipline that needs to be there. So I want to continue being disciplined and continue being focused. I have a couple trips planned for the new year. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm just looking forward to continuing to meet different goals, whether it's like financially, physically, there's goals that I want to continue to work on that I'm trying to be more consistent about. So in every part of my life, there's something that I'm excited about to continue to work towards in 2025. What about you?
So for me, I would say mine is consistency.
I like it.
Definitely consistency. Just do better in that area with almost everything, with God, with my relationship, with work, business, friendships, is my health, consistency. And then I have some hobbies that I really want to hone in. Like I really want to
share? Oh, you got to share. Okay.
I'm gonna share. So my brother got me a bass guitar.
That's
so
right.
I really want to practice my bass guitar in 2025.
You're going to see her at bars playing. Okay. Shoot.
And then I also want to dance more. I want to go to more dance classes and be consistent with going.
You used to do those a lot.
I used to do those all the time. So I've fallen off real bad. So I want to start, doing more dance classes again.
I love that.
And then maybe, yes, you do, because you've gone with me before. They're so fun.
They're fun.
And then I might dabble in singing lessons again, but we'll see.
Girl, I just thought about you. I had just thought about you. I was like, dang, I remember India was trying to do singing lessons.
Yes.
And I literally, this was probably like earlier last week or so, because the woman that you were trying to go to emailed me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I guess she must have sent that mass email to everybody that, and so it made me think of you. And so that would be nice. I like that. So
those are, some hobbies that I want to add on.
That's good.
2025.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, also with you saying that, we're talking about hobbies. Mine is just, it's not necessarily a hobby. I do want to make working out my hobby though, like getting better with getting excited about working out, and just being like physical, and so one of it is one of the things that I want to accomplish. So, and I've told you, but my cousin, we kind of
tennis. I was say y'all doing a tennis.
Why you say tennis?
Because tennis seems fun.
Oh,
like
where you come up with that? No, remember the 5K?
Oh yeah, you said running. Yeah, so running.
Yes, so that's something that just trying to keep each other accountable. My cousin said that she wanted to complete a 5K. That's just a goal for her, and I was like, well, I'll do it with you, so we can have some accountability there. And walking a 5K is pretty good, but like more challenging would be to jog it and run it, because I don't like to run. And so something that would be more challenging is to run it. So I'm gonna make sure I'm practicing and working towards that goal to complete a 5K jogging the whole way.
Yes,
versus just walking. So anyway,
that's a good one. I actually enjoy working out, like and running too. Sometimes, not all the time. But I'll be like, Darcy, you in the mood for a run? Let's go run.
Yeah, it's like once you start getting back into it, I want to make it
enjoyable.
You become. I know
what you mean.
Yeah, so I want to feel that again, where I'm like, ooh, I enjoyed this.
Yeah, have Lincoln run with you too.
Right. I want to get a bike so we can he has a bike, but I want to get a bike so we can bike together, and then carry Layla along in like a little wagon,
little stroller
or
thingy.
whatever, that goes along with the bike. So
Cute.
anyway, I'm sure more things will come along in 2025, but I'm excited about kind of crushing some of those goals and just being focused and disciplined per usual. So yeah, we'll continue to roll with it. Anyway, on to the topic. So our topic today is purpose. What is your purpose? And so we're going to just dive right in. And so I'll start with you, Miss India.
Okay.
What do you feel is your purpose? What fulfills you? What's your purpose? And when and how do you think you came to terms with knowing what your purpose is?
Okay.
If at all.
So right now in my life, I feel like my purpose is photography, actually.
Okay.
And I actually came to this realization, I want to say this year, I can't remember when, but when I realized like, okay, photography has been a part of my whole life and I really just didn't know it.
Yeah.
And to know it now and go through the struggle of it, of having a business and all the ins and outs of it and not giving up on it, made me feel like, okay, this is my purpose. I'm supposed to be doing this. The devil has tried to make me not want to do this anymore at times, but I've still fought through it. But yeah, I was just like, okay. So my mom always took pictures of us growing up. I always had a digital camera. I always capturing moments with my friends and family with my digital camera. And then my grandfather on my dad's side, he was a photographer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then, me and you did photography together for a period of time, like in our last years of college.
Amateurs. It's amateur.
But we did it.
We
had fun. We chose to do that.
Yeah, we chose to do it. Yes.
And so I did it with my best friend, and then I'm doing it with my husband, and it's just like, wow. I was being prepared to capture beautiful moments of people. And I really enjoy and love when people are excited about seeing themselves and capturing that moment. So when we do weddings, when we do birthday shoots, and it's just exciting to see people excited to see themselves or that memory captured. So I'm like, okay, you know what? This is my purpose.
This is it.
Okay,
I like it.
Yes. And what was the other question?
Oh, well, no, you already answered it. It was like, when did you feel?
Yeah, I would say about this year.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
What about you, Ms. Johnson?
I feel like it. Well, I'll answer that. I'll say that in another part of this. But I feel like my purpose is going to sound super simple. But I feel like my purpose is to be an encourager to people. I enjoy that. I enjoy people. I enjoy just the interaction, and I really do enjoy personal relationships. I feel like I've said this multiple times in multiple podcasts, but like I valued my friendships. I value my family. Just the interactions with people, and I really enjoy being positive for my friends and for my family and for people that I love and care about. And even for people I don't even really know that well, but really just trying to check in on people and encourage them, and honestly, I feel like I get a lot of that from my mom, because my mom is good at that kind of stuff too. She's definitely a server. She's a servant to other people. She loves to serve in many different ways. And I feel like I've kind of taken on some of that to a degree. Yeah. And so I just feel like my purpose is people, and to encourage people. And I don't know when I kind of was like, aha, I think that's it. Yeah. I think it's just, I think of purpose and defining it as like what fulfills you and what is the gift that God has blessed me with. And I feel like something that comes natural and easy for me that I actually enjoy is encouraging others and being there for people in different ways. And so that's just one of my purposes that
that's a good one.
That I feel connected to.
I think that's a good one.
So yeah.
And accurate. Yeah.
Thanks. Anything you want to add to yours?
Yeah, let me make sure I give props to my mom, because I know I said my mom did take a lot of pictures of us, but let me give her photography.
Oh my goodness,
because she's a great photographer as well.
She got everything.
She took pictures for Tanisha's brother's graduation, so I got that little sprinkle from my mama too. Let me give her props.
Yeah, we gotta give props where props are due for sure. For sure. Shout out to our mothers.
Shout out to mom.
Exactly, that feed and fuel into our passions and our purposes. So that's good. Shout out to the moms. Kind of following with that, do you think our purposes stay the same? Are they evolving all the time? How do you feel about that?
I do think they can or do evolve. I feel like for me, in my younger age, I used to always feel like, my purpose was just to be like a listening ear, because I felt like a lot of my friends would come to me and ask for advice, or just lean on me for someone for them to listen or talk to, whatever. And for the longest, that's what I thought mine was.
Yeah.
So now, that I'm older and really, like I said before, seeing like what my life has shown, and I'm like, I really just love making memories with my friends too. So I feel like it's still kind of the same in a way of being there for somebody, but I think it's different than what I originally thought when I was younger.
Yeah.
So yeah, it can change for sure.
I agree. Like, I think you could definitely have multiple purposes. Like, I don't think we're multifaceted, human beings. And so I don't believe that, you can only have one purpose. You're
limited to one.
Yeah, you're not limited. None of us are limited. And so I think it is forever changing. Like you said, in different parts of your life, you feel like, okay, this is my purpose. This is what I feel like my calling is. That can change. Like right now, again, I feel like overall, one of my true purposes is, again, people and like being an encourager. But right now, my purpose is being a mother. Like I truly enjoy. That was a goal of mine. It's like I want to be a mother. I want to be a wife, and right now I am definitely in my mother era. My baby will be 2 before we know it, and like I feel like that's one of my purposes too, is to be a mother, and that's not a purpose for everybody, and so I think that's it came when it was supposed to come. That purpose came when it was supposed to come, but I think it's forever changing.
Yeah,
it's never the same.
Never the same.
So yeah,
that's right.
There was something I was going to ask, kind of leading into that. Not something that kind of already had down, but I don't remember. So if it comes to mind, it was actually something that you said, and it made me think of a follow-up question. But again, I didn't want to interrupt you. So anyway, we'll just move along. Okay, how do we feel? How do societal expectations or pressures influence the way we perceive or define our purpose? For you, how do you feel?
Like, social media definitely, I feel like, has a play into what people think their purpose should be, And there's a lot of people who are pushing, motivational speaking and stuff like that online. And, sometimes they are motivating people to do certain things that they may have never thought, or wanted. But now it's, in their mind, like, I need to do this.
Right.
So I definitely think social media can skew what you think your purpose should be or what it should look like. Was that the question?
Yeah. I think trying to like piggyback, definitely everything around us influences us, right? Everything, whether it's society, whether it's our family, our friends, and they'll push stuff on you, whether they mean to or not. Things are pushed on you where you start to get confused. We're like, is this my purpose? Or, they're saying I should do this, or that looks good. Maybe that could be my purpose. And it just makes me feel bad for all of us to a degree, because you get lost in that and you feel like you don't have a purpose when you get so wrapped up in it. Yeah. Like maybe I don't have a purpose then. And thank God I've never felt that way. Like I don't have a purpose. It was just more about like shutting out the noise and listening to like, God, what is my purpose? What is my true purpose? because it's so easy to fall into allowing all the voices, especially the people that are, again, closest to you, being family and close friends, saying, well, girl, you good at that, so do that. And it's like, oh, well, maybe I should, because you're just trying to find your thing. And I think, with you saying photography, like that's part of your career at this point. And I feel like a lot of people make their career their purpose when maybe it's not their purpose. And I'm not speaking on you, obviously, but just in general, people go into their careers and they start thinking, well, this is my purpose. And I want to make one thing clear, though, is that just because you're good at something doesn't mean it's your purpose. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things we're good at, but it doesn't make it your purpose. And I think it's easy to get caught up in that, though, because we don't really know what to look to define our purpose. And so like for an example, comedians, a lot of they'll say their purpose is to make people laugh. Which is very, like, I believe that. Yeah. Which is why they pursued it. But just because that's one of their purposes doesn't mean that they don't have other purposes in life. And they just chose to make that a career. And so I think your career could be your purpose, but it doesn't mean that,
your purpose won't always be in your career.
Exactly. And so I think that's something to note as well, because I think that's where people get very confused and lost, especially when you are trying to think about, well, what am I good at? Because we can all be good at so many things. And so when you're talking about trying to go into something you're good at, like I am good at delegating. I am good at the things that I want to pursue in terms of project management. But that's not something that I just feel.
This is my purpose.
I don't feel really fulfilled by that. I just know I'm good at it. Yeah. So like I'm going to make money off of that. But that's not something that I'm just going to be like, oh yeah, that just fulfills me. No, it fulfills my bank account, honey. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you need those to be different.
Exactly. Sometimes you need those to be different. And so I think, where people might feel lost, this is just me saying to those people that, take a step back and shut the noise out. Obviously, I would consider taking in people's opinions in terms of like what you're good at. If you're feeling lost and confused, but also you got to know when to
have discernment.
Yeah, discernment and shutting that noise out so that you can really define your purpose and not allow other people to define it for you.
Correct. Yeah, so I feel that. And then I wanted to add too, because I know this is probably for both of us too. Our number one main purpose is to spread the good news of God. So,
it is.
Let me just go ahead and add that up in there too.
To be a light, for sure.
That was something for us as well. To be a light, and I feel like we're doing that too with this podcast. Yeah,
this is the avenue to do that.
This is the avenue
it really is.
To do that as well.
Good. I didn't even think about that.
Sprinkle.
Yeah. a little sprinkle.
Or what they say, clock it. Clock it.
Yeah, no, that's good too. Yeah, no, definitely. Our purpose is definitely to be a light. If we're talking about going back to the word, God put us on this. We all have a purpose for one, but God put us on this earth so that we can spread the good news, so that we can be a light to others. And with that being said, we should be desiring to serve others in whatever capacity that is,
what that looks like,
and what that looks like, because that's what Jesus did when he came. He served others, and so that's what we should aim for. And I think that also goes along with just even thinking about your purpose. A lot of times our purpose does have to do with how we make others feel. Like what you just said, it's something you enjoy, photography, but what you really enjoy is capturing moments for people to smile and look at,
And it's really being a service to them.
It's a service. Exactly. It's a service. And so I think we can get very selfish in our purpose, where we start to glorify ourselves, especially when we get the praise from other people. Like, oh my God, you're just so awesome and amazing. It's like, I know.
Thank you.
Thank you. I know. But like at the end of the day, the glory should always go to God. It should always go to God, because God blesses us with our gifts. God blesses us with our purpose and the things that we are good at and the things that we should spread. And so if you are good at something, definitely do that. But also know it doesn't always have to be your exact purpose. But I think all of our purpose is definitely being a light to others and serving others as we should be doing.
Amen.
So, yeah, that was good. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't know. I didn't really have anything else. I think
That was it. It was something
quick.
else I wanted to add to that, or a question. What was it? I think it was along the lines of, like, with having a purpose, it doesn't mean, like how we said, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy. Like, I wanted to add to that, like, I feel like some people think that it's supposed to be easy.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's actually not, because I know, like how I said, like I've been doing it all my life, but when I got into like deep into it, girl, I wanted to quit. I don't want to do this. This is very hard. Like, I have to really.
There's challenges.
There's challenges to it, and it's just like you want to give up sometimes when you face those challenges.
Yep.
And it's like, no, you have to follow through. I think sometimes people miss out on their purposes because once it becomes hard, it's like, okay, I'm done. And then, like, I can even say that I've done that with other, things that I enjoy doing, like other endeavors that I've tested out or tried. Like, my handbag, like I still have that LLC, but that's on the back burner right now. But like, even that, like, I faced some challenges. I had to put that to the side, but I still think that I can, create some purpose with that business too. But it's just like, sometimes, people never go back to it.
Right. They just kind of give up on it.
You just kind of give up. That would be my encouragement, to just keep trying even when it's challenging.
Yeah. That kind of goes into like my thought in, do we actually find our purpose or do we create it?
I think you can do both.
Yeah. I was going to say the same.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, I think
you can create it, or sometimes you just stumble up on it.
Right. I agree. Because again, like, it changes as we evolve. Our passions and things that we feel are our purpose do change. And so I do think sometimes you do just stumble into it and it's like, oh, wow, I never thought this would be my purpose. Yeah. And then other times, I think everybody's in the world trying to find it versus creating it. I think a lot of times that's what's shown to us. Like when you said social media, it's, we see that and we see this and we see her do this and we see him do that. Like, oh, maybe I should be a personal trainer. Maybe I should be an influencer. Maybe, like, all these different things. And we're trying to find, because we're seeking to find it versus just like, again.
Sometimes it finds you.
Sometimes it finds you. And sometimes you create that for yourself. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I want to add that in there.
Yeah. I think those were some good closing remarks because I have nothing else to add.
I love that. That was quick and sweet. Yeah.
Well, y'all, write down your purpose in the comments. Let us know what you think your purpose is.
Exactly. Type it in here. Give us some interaction. Let us know how you feeling.
Engage.
And also, I want to point out, we appreciate the people that got that. First of all, we appreciate anybody that watches. Whoever this gets to, it's meant for you to see. We know it's not going to reach everybody, although we would love it too. But who it does reach, we appreciate, and we do appreciate our family and friends that do tune in and watch us. But we also appreciate the critical feedback because we want to be better. Yes, we want to do better. Yes. And one of our feedback from our dear friends was, y'all too low. We can't hear y'all. And we agreed. So we're going to make sure we're doing a better job of making sure y'all can hear us. No ASMR type stuff, but that y'all can hear us a lot better. And so, yeah, definitely we always welcome feedback that will help us grow.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah, constructive criticism. I couldn't think of it. I couldn't think of constructive. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah. But no, we appreciate it. And so we hope you guys enjoyed this new year. Definitely write out some of your, I know they always talk about New Year's resolutions, goals that you had from last year. Just bring them into the new year and just be consistent. It's really, again, being about consistency, discipline. We all need it, Yes. And so carry that on to the new year. It doesn't have to be something brand new because you would have made a vision board and it has to be so brand new. Like, no. Continue on what you got, sis, bro, whoever's tuning in. So, but thank you guys for tuning in with us. We appreciate it. We love y'all. God bless.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.